Stage 8. The Strange Old House. Wolf had come around to play. We must have a network watch tomorrow, so my mom is taking me to Haunted Hall, he told Biff. It's a spooky home. Do you and Chip want to come too? Biff was not sure. Thanks, Wolf, but Stanley homes aren't very exciting, are they? This one is, said Wolf. He pulled out a book from his bag. It was all about ghosts. Look, he said, turning into the right page. It says that once, a long time ago, someone actually saw a ghost at Haunted Hall. Wolf grinned. What if we saw a ghost there? Just then, Tim came into the room. What's that about ghosts? He said. Wolf thinks there might be ghosts at Haunted Hall, explained Biff, but there are no such thing as ghosts, are there? Chip thought about this. I don't think so, he said. Just then, he noticed a familiar light in the corner. The magic key was glowing. I hope this doesn't mean we're going somewhere spooky, said Chip. The magic took the children to a sort of big house at night. This place looked a bit spooky, said Chip. It's Haunted Hall, said Wolf. I recognize it from the picture. It's cold and windy out here, said Biff. Should we see if anyone's in? Before she could knock on the front door, Wolf gave it a gentle push. It's open, he said. Let's have a look around. It was dark and quiet inside the house. Actually, this place is very spooky, whispered Chip. Maybe that's why we're here, said Wolf, so we can see the ghosts of Haunted Hall. There's no such thing as ghosts, said Biff quietly. I'm sure that. She stopped. Hold on, what's that noise? A soft crashing sound was coming from behind the closed door. What do you think is making that noise? Whispered Chip. Biff held one finger to her lips as she went to the door. She reached for the handle and steadily turned it. The children stepped into the large room lit by oil lamps. There was a piece of paper on the table and a chair was pulled out, but there's no sign of anybody. Chip picked up the paper on the table. It's a drawing of those flowers over there, he said. But who made it? Well, I know, said Wolf. A ghost must have done it. The ghost of Haunted Hall. The children thought, and a boy said, I am not a ghost. A boy stepped out from a hiding place behind the desk. I was fetching those flowers, he said. The boy said his name was Henry. Why are you hiding behind the desk? Asked Biff. I heard a noise in the hall and got worried, Henry explained. I wanted to be an artist, he went on, but my father thinks that's silly. He got close and sketched, so I wait until everybody's asleep. You're a good artist too, said Chip. I've got an idea, said Biff. Why don't you sketch the three of us? Henry smiled. That would be nice, he said. Wolf put up his hand on his neck and stuck his chin out. How's this? He joked. Henry pointed to a fireplace. Perhaps you should just stand over there, he said. He took a fresh piece of paper and began to sketch. Biff, Chip, and Wolf concentrated hard to not moving a muscle. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew through the open window. The curtains blew and knocked knocked over one of the lamps over. It fell onto the sketch of piece of paper. "It's on fire!" cried Henry in alarm. The other children tried to see the fracas at the bottom of the large curtain, but there was no way to put the fire out. It climbed quickly, growing bigger and bigger. "Quick," said Biff, "we have to wake everybody in the house up." The children ran into the hall and began to shout, "Wake up, fire!" At the top of their voices. They hear footsteps coming, and then a big man in a big nightshirt ran down the stairs. "What's going on? Where is the fire? What's going on, Henry?" he demanded. Henry pointed through the open door to the study. Henry's father took a deep breath. Then he shouted in a booming voice, "Servants, we need water in the study right now." The children could hear more footsteps and shouts all around the house. Moments later, several servants appeared. They were carrying buckets, pans, and anything else that could hold water. Then, when they threw the water into the fire, it let out an angry-sounding hiss. At last the fire was out. Who left the window open and an oil lamp lit?" asked Henry's father with a scowl. "I believe you did, dear," said Henry's mother from the stairs. It was only then that Henry's father noticed Biff, Chip, and Wolf. "Who are you three?" he demanded. "What are you doing here?" Luckily, the magic key had begun to glow in Biff's pocket. Before they disappeared, Chip just had time to give Henry a final word of advice. "Don't give up art, you're really good." The last thing they saw was Henry smiling. The next instant, the three children were back in Biff's bedroom. "It's a pity we didn't see any ghosts," said Wolf. They all agreed that it had been an exciting adventure anyway. The next day, Biff and Chip went with Wolf and his mom to the Harley Hall. Wolf's mom was happy to see how interesting the three children were in Haunted Hall. The tour guide led them to the study. 200 years ago, a fire started in this room, the guide said. "It might have destroyed the house, but three mysterious strangers warned the haunted family just in time. Nobody knew who they were, but it was lucky they were there," continued the guide. "Then they just vanished." The children looked at each other. On their surprise. "We didn't meet any ghosts," whispered Wolf. "It looks like we were the ghosts." In the next room, the tour guide talked about people who had lived in the house. "Henry Holly became a sexual artist," she said. Here's Henry's painting of his father, who claimed to be his biggest fan." There were several of Henry's paintings sketches in the room. "Look at this one," said Wolf's mom. "It looks a bit like you three." The children just smiled, remembering the night when Henry drew their picture. The end.
Good job.